Hey guys, Cole here. Welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. So this one will be a mixture of good news and bad news from me about what's coming into the game. It's gonna be a big one, all right? It's a big one. It's the Forge will have a big upgrade in the sense of a pass, not a battle pass, a Forge pass. It's coming to Raid Shadow Legends. Unfortunately, not a battle pass. If you guys remember how good the battle pass was 2 years ago, then you know. If you didn't know, let me give you like a very quick update on how the battle pass worked. There was a battle pass, okay, as you know from many other games. The top part was free rewards, the bottom part was the paid rewards. If you wanted to go big and spend a ton of money, you could get a ton of levels and actually pick all the rewards immediately, boom, from day one. Like a ton of free champions were included in those. There were daily challenges and weekly challenges, similarly to what the Forge Pass is gonna have. Okay, we'll get into the details in a bit. And there were a ton of rewards. There were champions, icons available. There were epic and legendary speed sets available for free to the players out there. And then there were even better ones offered to the paid players out there. The value was insane. The price was about $25 for the battle pass, and it went for 100 levels, and it had quite a long duration. Here it says 7 weeks 6 days, so I think it was like 8 weeks overall for the duration. It had even stuff such as a 50%, let me show you, I think it had like a 50% XP and silver boost to all battles, which is insane if you think about it. That being said, that was a battle pass, okay? 2 years ago, they never done anything to it. We were always hinted about a battle pass 2, but never really had actual news about it. And I never posted about a battle pass 2 coming into the game, although I was hinted multiple times about it. And I was just, okay, let's just wait until official things come out before we start saying random stuff, especially lately with all the videos coming out. So that being said, the Forge Pass, what is it gonna include? So the Forge Pass will include crafting material as usual, everything that's needed to craft items within the Forge. The Forge is an amazing part of the game offered to the free players, the mid players, the end game players, everybody, right? Everybody uses the Forge. Everybody should be using the Forge if they haven't already. It's a great source of silver from selling the bad gear, because there's gonna be a ton of bad gear coming from the Forge. Is all random, and you need to use the charms to get something good. The charms are very hard to get, especially the rank and rarity charms, which if you don't have those, it's pretty much just a huge gamble to craft on any kind of gear, because the odds are just extremely low, just so low to get any good pieces coming out without using any charms. All right, ideally you want to be using your speed charms, your accuracy charms, and stuff like the type charms, and of course the rank and rarity charms is like an always thing needed. That being said, those will be included within the Forge Pass. The Forge Pass will have a 4-week duration instead of 8 weeks like the Battle Pass was. It's going to be 50 levels compared to the 100 levels the Battle Pass was. And there will also be different daily and weekly challenges, which if you complete them, you get towards, completing the whole Forge Pass. Is going to be 500 points to collect overall to get the full amount of rewards. All right, we don't know the price of it. We don't know when it's coming exactly, if it's coming this week, if it's coming next week, if it's coming the other week. It's probably gonna come during the 3rd year anniversary. That's what I'm guessing. All right, the price, I don't know, but I'm guessing it's gonna be around the $20 mark. I hope it's not more expensive than that. Actually, I hope it's cheaper than that. I hope it's $10 for a Forge Pass. $10 is not a big amount for them to include it. It's gonna be the same price like the raid card, isn't it? $10 for the raid card, and it would be a nice thing to have for all players out there. Compared to everything else that we have, the daily gem pack is again $10, right? So it would be nice to have that at a good reasonable price. I don't think they'll go very expensive, like $100 for the whole thing. It might be $100 to unlock the full rewards immediately, boom, day one. I won't be doing that. I want to be doing the daily challenges and the weekly challenges, getting the points that way. It's a good sense of progressing through the game. I will be buying it, but I'm a spender. You guys out there might be free to play, might be mid spenders, might just stop spending overall on raid. It's up to you. I will not recommend you buying it unless it's insane value and it makes absolute sense. But other than that,
um, the bad news about this. Okay, what's bad about this cold brew? It's a good thing coming. We're gonna have a top part of free rewards. We're gonna have a bottom part of paid rewards. I don't get why cold brew is being negative about it. I'm not 100% negative about it. My problem is that they need to include a battle pass to the game. All right, that's the first problem. The battle pass is needed to the game. We've got more than 650 champions in the game. Getting a few for free, getting more gear for free. It's gonna be nice. You can't have all the champions immediately in any account. You need to do Doom Tower for 2 years to even get all the champions in there, which makes no sense. Most of those become useless after a while. They're just a part of your vault, or you just use it for CVC. So having a battle pass would be nice to have something to look at. Also, the bonuses are pretty nice if you also buy it, if they ever include it again. That being said, the Forge pass on its own has a problem, and the problem is arena, right? If you didn't realize, the Forge has an arena aspect to it, and it's Magisteel, right? I'm talking, of course, I've got 0 Magisteel at the moment because CVC just passed, but it's not like I've got thousands upon thousands of Magisteel every single day, right? To get Magisteel, you get about 5 for every win in Gold 5, right? Which is assuming not the majority of players, but now with the current bugs, lots of players are in Gold 4 and Gold 5 compared to before, right? There's still big issues with the arena, and those should be addressed before you push out a Forge pass. That's my thinking, at least. Like, to get an average of 5 Magisteel per win in Gold 5, it's an okay amount. It's nothing too crazy. It's 2 to 4 on Gold 4. It's not, again, a great amount, but it slowly stacks up. But for me, as a player, a veteran player for 3 years or more, to pick up enough Magisteel to craft everything that I have at the moment, currently I can craft 20 items, but that's just not really truth. It all depends on which ones I choose to. It's actually only 2 items because I only have 2 Magisteel. With the crafting material that I've got saved, because I can't use all of it at all times, I'll need to do about 1,300 fights. I've calculated it. I need to do about 1,300 fights in Gold 5 Arena without getting any more crafting materials for me to get everything crafted. Of course, you always have the option of crafting, and it makes sense. It needs to have an opportunity cost. Oh, you want swift parry or deflection? It's one of the two, all right? That totally makes sense to me, but it's very expensive. It's 50 Magisteel. It's 10 fights, 10 1 fights for 1 item, and without the charms, the chance for you to get the good item, it's totally bad. The crafting chances are extremely low. It's a 25% chance without a rank charm, which is very low. It's 1 out of 4. All right, 1 out of 4 is not a high chance, especially when you're crafting over and over. It's only 50% with the rank charm. It should have been 75% instead. All right, it should have been 50-50 or maybe 60-40. Anyway, Magisteel is a big problem until they find a good solution for matchmaking within the arena, so that even the low-end players, the mid-game players, have enough confidence in fighting and getting the Magisteel for the crafting. Offering the Forge pass kind of kind of breaks the nerves of the players who are still stuck, and even players at the moment who are in Gold 4 find themselves in there with an issue with arena fights because they climb up too much. They don't drop at all because of the current way that they've done the fights in classic arena. Like, if you've got a 1-person defense, you get 5 losses, and that's pretty much it, right? That's the 5 losses. I mean, if you're not comfortable in beating these teams, which I am, but I'm a bit lazy at the moment. I was very busy today. You will not be getting as much Magisteel to be able to craft, and yeah, it kind of sucks, right? Before closing for this video, I will also say that the new set will also be coming with the Forge Pass. Totally forgot to say this. A new set will be coming. It will be available through the Forge Pass. It should be available to both free-to-play and pay-to-play, which will be the ones actually buying it. And it will be a mixture of the speed set and the savage set, all right? It's not going to be the best one of the two. It's going to be a 12% speed boost and a 15% ignore defense. So it's not going to be something that your Trunda is going to prefer over over the Savage set. It will never be the case because that 25% ignore, it's so much better than 15% ignore, and we see it all the time because you want to have your hero with a cruel savage instead of a triple cruel. All right, a cruel with the instinct set, it's gonna be okay, I guess, until you get a savage set, or even better, a lethal set, which is the better version of the savage set. It gives you an extra 10% crit, but well, I don't get the new instinct set. It should have been 12% speed, 25% ignore defense. Make it make sense, Plarium. Don't make it worse. All right, because they try to make some sets and they make them worse. Like the Affinity Breaker is a crap set. The Fatal is okay, but honestly, a crap set. Frostbite, the same thing. Bloodthirst is okay, I guess, if you're looking for lifesteal, but lifesteal was amazing at the time of non-unkillable teams. Now all the hype is on Guardian, Fortitude, Lethal, Untouchable, Perception, some Resilience if you're looking for an odd offset, and of course Swift Parry is the ideal for Arena. Deflection is used more for PvE purposes and not so much for PvP, especially for the bomb. Deflection is fun, but you have the opportunity cost of the Swift Parry and crafting Swift Parry over deflection anytime you do the crafting. Right? That's it for the video, guys. I do think that the Forge is the best thing coming into the game in 2021. Was it 2020? Was it before? Can't remember the exact date. Anyway, it's the best thing in the game. It totally makes sense to have something that where you forge gear within Raid Shadow Legends. But I think tying it to Arena and only Arena and forgetting about the dungeons, it's not something that should have been there. The limits for Magisteel should be higher than 10,000, and also at least one Magisteel per dungeon run would make sense, right? Get one Magisteel if you do any kind of stage, and then maybe get two if you do stage 25. It gives you an extra reward for doing stage 25. Include that playing within the game. It's not like we're doing thousands upon thousands of fights every single day, especially the free-to-play, the mid-game players, or the mid-spenders who spend about $50 or so per month, or even less. There's a ton of things that they should have done differently. The Forge Pass, until it actually comes out with, you know, proper details, I can't give my buy or don't buy opinion. Obviously, if it's something like $10 and it gives you like a whole bunch of you know, chaos ores, glyphs, crafting materials, and everything, it's gonna be a clear purchase opinion by me. And it's not because I will be telling you to support player. It's all about the value compared to the actual money that you spend. And if you use something like BlueStacks, where if you spend money you get points, you use the Google points to buy stuff for basically free. I mean, it's gonna be a free pass. Like there's the Google opinion rewards. You use those. You do surveys. You get actual money where you spend within the Google Play Store. So there's a ton of stuff that you can do to actually buy stuff without actually spending money. Anyway, not part of the video. This was a big rant in the end. I hope you guys got my point from it. I hope I didn't confuse you. I hope you get some value out of the videos, and if you do, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.